This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
The views expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of WPSL. However, we encourage you to like and share them on social media. It's time now for Joanne's World of Nutrition, brought to you by Nutrition World, located on US 1 between Orange Avenue and Avenue A in the historic arcade building across from Fort Pierce City Hall. And now, here's your host, Joanne Augusto.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is having a fantastic morning. And for any listeners that did those positive vibes and prayers last week when I asked for perfect wedding weather, so the 22nd is the wedding, right? And do you know they say it's a high of 73. What a gorgeous, perfect day. So everyone, keep those good prayers and vibes going because, whoa, this is like going to be so perfect. And it's a full moon, too.
Wow.
Yes. So who do we have right here with us today?
Well,
the one and only Dr. Ravi
It's
here
Dr.
with me.
Ravi
Good
week.
morning, Dr. Ravi.
Good morning. Again, thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure, and I'm sure all my listeners too. So we have an amazing topic today, and Dr. Ravi's going to cover for me next week, so be sure not to miss next week. But before we go into the breathing exercise and the fantastic topic of the day, I want to put a shout out because I keep forgetting to remind all my listeners of two really cool things. One, as a holiday gift to all my listeners, just mention the radio show, you will get a 10% off extra than the normal 10 for any visit between now and New Year's. So we are closed. You know, I am getting married, so I'm going to take advantage of the holiday and the timing. So we're going to be
Gonna go on a
closed.
honeymoon?
Well, not sure yet, but we're hoping that one just kind
She's
of comes
blushing,
together.
folks. She's blushing
if
as she
any,
answers.
If any listeners want to gift us with a honeymoon, I would totally graciously accept it. But so we are thinking that the store will be closed for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so the 24th, 25th, 26th. So definitely any other day, come in, enjoy your 20% off your entire purchase, no matter what products you pick out. Yes, CBD is going to be included in that special, so first time ever. And then the other thing is that please remember that the holidays sometimes bring on bloating, constipation, digestive disturbances. We're overeating, a little too much sugar, a little too much alcohol sometimes. So you don't really have to suffer. We have digestive enzymes, probiotics, teas that can help, eliminate, a little extra elimination in the restroom. So come on in. Do not suffer. You don't need to. You can enjoy the holiday. So if you overindulge, there is a solution. All right, so ready for the topic of the day, or should we keep them guessing and do the breathing exercise first? What do you think, Dr. Ravi?
Let's do the breathing.
Okay,
The
let's do the
breathing
breathing.
exercises will give oxygen to the brain,
There you
Yes.
go.
which will help you with what you're going to have to do to win something.
There. Oh well. All right. Cliff already gave away the hint here. Okay, so. For the breathing exercise newbies, thank you for listening. So what we do is we do a quick exhale of the drama, the stress, the anxiety. We're going to exhale all that stuff out, and we're going to breathe in good stuff through the nose for 5, hold for 5, and then exhale through the nose for 5. So we are not using our mouth for this exercise. And we're going to do it 3 times this morning, but feel free to keep going as the show continues.
You can also consider it breathing in everything, and when you breathe out, imagine all the negative energy that is expelled
and that
from you.
actually works.
Yeah.
So breathe in the good, the stillness, the peace, the joy, what really the season is meant to be about, and exhale all the drama and consumerism and junk. All right, here we go. So exhale, everybody.
Let it all out, and here we go to begin.
There you go.
Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release all the negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wonderful. Wow. Doesn't that put you in a meditative state?
Definitely does.
Like, ooh, calm and cool. And I must do a shout out to one of our listeners, Norman, who's been listening for a while. And he came into the store and says he does this breathing exercise every day and he really enjoys it. So thank you, Norman.
If you do it too long, you could go into a dream state while you're fully awake. And
I kind of feel like I'm in that right now. I'm like floating on a little cloud.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Ravi, let's tell everyone what the topic of the day is. You go for it.
It's stress. The Grinch of Christmas.
No one has stress, Dr. Ravi.
Especially you with a wedding coming up.
I don't know what you're talking
No
about.
stress at all.
No one has stress.
No one has stress,
No.
you know. And I love it because they say, you know, stress is the silent killer, you know, but it's like people do still overlook it. Like they'll like be really careful and eat their salads and stuff, but yet, you know, they're driving real fast to work, rushing to the stores, rushing, you know, it's like, wait, hold on, that salad's not that good, you know? All right, but we have solutions for them today,
We
right?
do have some great solutions. And in fact, the first one we did this morning, the breathing exercise.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely go in a little more detail. But so if everyone pays attention, our good radio show listeners, at about 10:20, what happens?
They are actually going to be getting a great prize from my office.
Yay!
Should I announce
Well,
that prize?
Let's keep them in suspense
All
a little
right.
longer, but you do have to prove that you were listening by answering a question. So we will maybe do a few prizes. Maybe my store can throw in one or two as well in case we get so many eager calls. But remember, you want to pay attention. In about, I don't know, 7 minutes, we'll do the first question, okay? So stress. So breathing helps stress?
Definitely. It helps bring more oxygen to the brain.
Oh,
So-
oxygen. That sounds important.
Really, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we all need that. All right, cool.
Yeah, and so when you're not getting enough oxygenation to the brain, it can cause a lot of anxiety issues. And so stress is definitely interconnected with anxiety problems. So,
Yeah, we know that's like an epidemic right now.
Yeah, and so especially during this season, and today actually marks up until the 18th and the 25th being the most craziest time.
Oh,
for an
great. I'm getting
individual
married right in between that. Okay,
for
wonderful.
stress. So it actually
Okay.
starts today, the 13th.
Oh, great.
And it goes
okay.
up to the 18th and it peaks the most on the 25th, on Christmas Day. And why do you think
Okay.
that is?
Well, I can name a million reasons right
Anxiety?
now. Okay, financial pressure, time pressure, family relations. Oh my God, all the things I'm
Yeah.
not thinking
like,
about.
what
that
am I
stuff.
wearing to
No,
that
yeah.
party? What am I cooking for that
Yeah,
party?
can I
you
fit
know?
into that dress?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so this
There you go.
burdens everyone and creates that other additional anxiety problems.
And children feel it too.
Oh, they
so we're
do.
talking about everybody here. Yeah, the anxiety is a huge issue. So anxiety and stress, they're different but kind of the same, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to differentiate the two.
It is really different and hard to distinguish like which one comes first.
Yeah, they
you know?
both stink.
They
Yeah,
both
either
do.
way. Who
Yeah.
wants to feel either?
Yeah, and so the action steps to decreasing stress is one thing that we do practice a lot is mindfulness, and I see you doing that as well. you
I
know?
try, and I love your boards on your office wall. I read them over and over again. You know, Matt takes pictures of them and sends them to all his family members.
Oh, really?
Every single thing
That's
you write. I
awesome.
want you to know that
Yeah.
because I think one of the things that you have on this week's board is about, you know, taking a walk and having like a homemade meal.
Yeah, and
And
decluttering.
yeah,
Yes.
decluttering. And so many people don't think of those things. You know, they think of the pill or maybe the breathing, but that's so important too. Have time for a homemade meal.
Yes.
Take a walk, you know, get some fresh air.
Yeah, and practicing that mindfulness. And what is mindfulness? It's basically living in that moment. So living in this moment that we're doing right now, talking to our amazing guests, you know, and just being appreciative, being thankful for people that are wanting to change their lives. And so
Right.
they don't end up having anxiety and relying on, you know, pills or
Yeah, or the false
things
illusion
to-
you can control the next minute, which we all
Exactly.
know totally not happening.
Yes.
Yeah, why fear what you don't even have control of?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. So mindfulness, okay. So are there like I know what my tricks are to stay mindful of the moment. Do you want to tell the listeners maybe a couple of your tricks how to stay mindful?
It's just staying connected with whatever's in front of you and just thinking of the positive behind it and not thinking about the things that can go wrong, and just staying on that positive side of, okay, what is this going to turn out to be?
I love it.
Yeah. And so when you're planning these, like you're going to a family's gathering for Christmas, just thinking of yourself being happy, vibrant, eating healthy food, sneaking a few cookies in.
Right.
know?
So like
and just
visualize the experience as a great one, not like the fighting or the drama, like just staying
Exactly.
in the positive visualization.
Yes.
And that's what athletes do. And that's been clinically proven to
Proven
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when you have that uncle that gets you in a real bad mood and stuff like that, you definitely want to, visualize a different experience. Him smiling, him being positive, giving encouragement. What would it hurt, right?
Exactly.
What would it hurt?
Is there such thing as good stress? Like motivating stress? Something?
Yeah. They
There
say
is.
stressors are normal and healthy.
Stress is
yeah.
normal.
Because I
and healthy.
remember early in my radio career that I noticed that I was getting stressed out, but then all of a sudden one day I determined to turn that stress into energy, and I survived a lot of years.
Yeah,
from
it
that.
kind of goes to adrenaline, but I think it's just like what we always talk about on all the shows, like inflammation, all these things that are healthy and natural, like cortisol, serotonin, all these things are great and healthy, but if they're not in balance or they get out of control, then all of a sudden they're ruling your body and you're not. It's like really, again, balance. If my kids hear me say balance one more time, I swear they're gonna choke me. Yeah, Mom, I know, balance. And I say mindfulness all the time
It
too.
would mean more if they were a tightrope walker, they'd listen up. wouldn't they?
Exactly. Well, and Cliff, that's a phenomenal example of being mindful of the moment. If a tightrope rope worker thinks, I might fall. Oh my God, look how far away that next stop is. Boom, he's finished. But it's like that step, that moment, and that's what we have to do. And one trick I have, Dr. Ravi, with mindfulness, especially during the holidays, and when it's hard to communicate, especially with strangers at holiday parties or work parties and such, look in their eyes and just listen. Because sometimes we get so caught up in the worry of, do I have anything important to say? Do I know how to communicate with this person? Or this person might be thinking this about me. That we lose that connection, that human connection. Just, look in their eyes and listen to what they say and then just respond. It's a little trick I do, because sometimes you can get lost in your own thoughts and you don't even hear what that person just said for 10 minutes in front of you. You're like, oh, wait, who am I even talking to?
Exactly. And I'm actually seeing this in practice right now. Patients that are stressed, they're more prone to having more inflammation going on, and they just come in, and that's the one thing we have in our office is an open door policy. When they're having an issue, come on in. I'm there to listen to them. Although the office may be packed, I'm there with them, getting to their needs and helping them go through that, because I know they need this, right? And if they let go out and they don't get this, what does that look like for their family? How are they going to,
the
respond
ripple
to their
effect.
family? Exactly.
Well, that's what I love about your office. It's like I've definitely been guilty of, just jumping in there, but it's such a friendly, warm, inviting environment. Like, whether if I want to pick up an essential oil or one of those yummy bars at the counter, it's like doesn't feel like a doctor's office. It's like family. I really mean that. It really feels like family. You guys are so attentive and to know everyone and a little bit of their story. And I know when they're on the table, when you put your hand on their back, it's like this calmness, even though there might be 20 other people around. It's like it's their moment with you. They feel the calmness, and then no one feels like they're hurrying anymore. So thank you for offering that, because it's wonderful. I can't wait to go to your practice every day. Even though I'm getting so good now, I only need one visit, but but that's okay. I'll still come visit.
And even if especially during the holiday season, we have this great gel. It's like homeopathic. There's no toxic things in it. The cryoderm.
I use that. I got the spray bottle.
Great.
I use it all the time. I put it on Matt last night. Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend keeping that stuff in your medicine cabinet along with the essential oils, because that stuff works in decreasing pain.
Yeah,
but
putting
gets you through
holiday
the day.
lights up, those things. Yeah, you moving your arms weird ways. I've seen neighbors climb into trees and like twist their bodies, I'm like, oh, they're going to need Dr. Ravi.
Yeah. And that's exactly what stress does to you, because you're not used to these motions, like putting things up, taking things out of the attic. Your body is feeling that stress, creating that muscle spasm. And that's why we're seeing more of an influx of patients just haphazardly having to come in, for these problems.
All right. So stress. We want to breathe, really be mindful about our breath. We want to just like you mentioned on the board, so, take walks.
Exercise,
Exercise.
And so exercising, high intensity interval training, very minimum time, 12 minutes just to exercise gets great neurotransmitters working for you. One that is unheard of is anandamide, and that is a neurotransmitter, and it's actually an Indian term, and it comes from the word bliss. For Sanskrit, the language, anandamide. And that is it mimics our natural endocannabinoids. So when you're deficient in that, it can lead to a lot of depression and very low mood problems. So exercising, high intensity, short duration.
So you're saying that it takes 12 minutes to get to that bliss point. I'm not going to try to pronounce the other word, but yes. Okay.
Just 12 minutes of exercise.
Okay.
Here's the key, though. You want to exercise as quick and as hard as you can for 30 seconds.
Well, I'd rather do that than think of having to be somewhere for an hour during this really high, intense time.
Exactly. And that's what many people think is like for the holiday seasons. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to work out. Just wake up 12 minutes earlier and do, running in place for 30 seconds, and then rest for 30 seconds.
Yep.
And then you repeat that process for 12 minutes.
And Dr. Ravi, I have some listeners that right now I know what they're going, oh, but I can't because, my back or my knee. There's always something you can do. There's some muscle group that you can move in your body, even if it's your arms above your head and down for 20 minutes. So don't be thinking of excuses right now.
Exactly.
Think of solutions. Solutions to move.
And a few just to throw out there is doing some wall push-ups, hands on the wall.
I love telling people about those. So
you don't have to get on the floor.
Yep.
And act like you're punching a punching bag in the air.
Yep.
And those are simple exercises that
you just
got to
move.
Got to move.
And people always say, well, everyone's pushing this high intensity, what it means. And in my mind, I explain it the way that I can handle it. I push my body to where it's a little hard, a little uncomfortable, that I wouldn't want to go more than a few minutes. It's like if I go more than a few minutes, I'm like, oh boy. So, even for some people, it's climbing up and down their stairs in their home. Mm-hmm. That's a real effort, and you just do it more than once. So instead of just going up and dropping off something, go up and down a few times, and that is something more than what the body normally does, and it will help it get healthier and stronger.
Exactly. And with these exercises, making sure you're with digestive issues that you were speaking about in the beginning, making sure you're eating properly. And so this is a season where you're waiting all year just for the time where you can enjoy that cake or that the desserts, and your body's not used to it. So the microbiome gets out of balance, out of whack. And so that's great that you are offering this perfect time and discounts.
Yeah, well, people, it's like I feel bad because, they overdo it on, say, Christmas Eve, and then the next day for Christmas, they're on the couch the whole day feeling all bloated and sick to their stomach, and that's just such a waste of wonderful holiday time. Yeah. And I noticed, too, a lot of people starve themselves up to the point of where they know they're going to have a big meal. That's the worst idea. You don't want to, totally just, do nothing and then all of a sudden eat 3 pieces of pie. You really, have small, healthy, mindful meals, get that fresh air, get that exercise, drink that water, prepare your digestive system for, what's about to occur, So I definitely, Dr. Ravi just let me know that it's past the quiz time. So I hope all my listeners excited about the possibility, well, there is a prize, the possibility of winning the prize. All right, so did you think of a question?
They're going to answer a question?
I did.
You did? All right, so now I know you're a super smart man, so don't stump our audience. Go for it.
So we spoke about some ways to manage stress.
Yes,
right,
we
Joanne?
did. Yes.
What are 3 ways that we can manage stress effectively?
That's great. All right, listeners. I know you guys got this. Show Dr. Ravi that my listeners are the smartest people in town. So 3.
So are the ones that merely pay attention.
Yes, exactly. Or who's paying attention. All right. So call 340-1590 and name 3 ways that you can manage stress. And Dr. Ravi is going to give you a prize at his office. And let me tell you, there's nothing in his office that's not, I should say inexpensive or not awesome. So you definitely want to call in and check that out. And I think, too, I'm going to do a prize, okay?
You're going to throw in
So
something extra.
I'm going to throw in something extra, okay? And I can even bring it to Dr. Ravi's office in tradition. So, yeah. Well, mine is going to be a little bit tricky in a way. So I named 2 things to help you with your digestive system in the beginning of the show. So I said, don't suffer with bloating and constipation. Come in and buy these 2 things. So whether tradition is easier for you to go to, which is Dr. Ravi's office, I can bring your prize to his office so you can pick it up there. Or if, Fort Pierce, I'll keep it in my store at Nutrition World. But call in and you guys will get a nice prize. All right, well, we must go on because stress is something that we need lots of info about.
It definitely does.
All right.
Is. And so let's move on with sleep.
Oh, sleep. Whew.
Sleep. Who's losing sleep right now?
Well, you know what? I have to admit, I did a glass of wine last night to knock me out. Matt's sister was in town. I met her for the first time, and oh, what a sweetheart she is. And it was just, I started getting such wedding excitedness. Nothing bad, just that excited feeling. So I was like dreaming of everything and thinking, I'm like, let me just have a glass of wine to chill this brain out a little.
Nice.
So, which I know can be dehydrating and
what type
have
of wine
negatives.
Did you have?
Well, I would love to lie to you since you're 6 inches away from me right now and say it was organic and blah, blah, blah. But no, it was Josh. It was just regular, inexpensive, $9.99. Oh, always red. I never drink white wine.
So you got your antioxidants.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Resveratrol. Yeah, my heart's protected. Sure. But yeah, so it's I didn't have access to organic wine, which I would have preferred. But it was really delicious. I'm not gonna lie.
You deserve it.
For $10 wine, it was really good. So if anyone wants inexpensive, non-organic wine, Josh is a good one. There we go.
Good, nice.
But so what are other solutions than alcohol to help insomnia?
Proper sleep, and so getting to sleep on time. So getting 8 to 9 hours of rest, uninterrupted rest. And when I say uninterrupted rest, meaning like before you go to sleep, not using your cell phone, because I'm sure you'll have.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one because you have probably family members that are on this group chat that are wanting to talk at that time when you should be sleeping.
Well, people do the Facebook scrolling and the Instagram and the Snapchat. Yeah.
Exactly. And our phone has this blue filter, blue light. And so that blue light affects your melatonin production. And so when there's a high amount of melatonin production, you're not getting proper sleep.
Dr. Ravi, I didn't know this.
Yes.
You know I hate technology, so I didn't know anything about this blue light thing.
So newer technology now has blue light filter on it. So there's a setting in your phone that you can set it to have a blue light filter on it.
Okay, so everyone, if you are using this modern day technology, which I think most of us are, blue light filters, everyone. Yeah, because we definitely don't need any extra stimulation at night before we go to bed.
Yeah.
And also I heard, too, to keep your technology away from the bedroom. I know most people won't listen to this one, but that's really important, too, right? To have
you do.
Yeah.
You should, because of the electromagnetic fields. And you actually brought that machine over to our office.
Oh, that's right, the testing machine.
Yes.
I wouldn't dare bring it near Matt's office. It probably would go off the scale. Like it would break.
I checked ours.
Oh, how was it?
Yeah, it was pretty alarming,
Oh, no. Okay.
It's great, though, because now you know this information. What do you do with it, right?
You have to act on it. That's a problem. You have to act on it.
So one thing that we did for our personal lives is taking out all the electronics away from us when we sleep. And that machine has helped us in locating where we should put how far away.
Awesome. Yeah, Dr. Rafi is talking about, I bought a EMF testing machine. I bought it right off Amazon. I think it was just like $100 or something, but it's to test my infrared sauna at the store to make sure that the amount of EMF it's emitting is correct or, in the safe level. But anytime you have technology, pretty much anything you plug in that's right, or Wi-Fi, it's emitting EMF. So this is really important. We're not built to be like, EMF all the time everywhere we go. So Himalayan salt lamps, that's what I was told will work in helping that. So I have them all over my home and office.
Great. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when you have these electronics around you when you're sleeping, it affects your sleep cycle. And so getting proper sleep by reducing your EMF exposure is great. And do you have that available at your store for people to check their cell phones, how much?
I can. I think you guys handed it back to me yesterday. I couldn't figure out what I did with it.
Yeah, and so there's other ways to reduce EMFs. You can get stickers for the phones to put it on the back of the phone to help emit some of that. And the one that we utilize is pretty good. And there's so many different ones out there. Just read reviews on it and see what they say. And get
All
one
right,
that you
sounds
trust.
good.
Yeah.
All right, so what else? So you're saying sleeping, of course, critical, and to get a sleep pattern, so the same time every night, really important. Don't be like binging on holiday shows like I always do, and it's so funny. They all have the same theme. It's like insane. All right, so breathing, we talked about. The being mindful of the moment, sleeping.
Exercising.
All right, so should we take a break and hopefully some callers? I can't imagine we stumped them on that, but we'll try again right after the break.
Again.
All right.
340-1590 to chime in with your answer to win on Joanne's World of Nutrition.
Guiding the Treasure Coast in health, one person at a time. That's their motto at Joanne's Nutrition World, Suite 121, in the historic Arcade Building on US 1, downtown Fort Pierce. Joanne brings more than 25 years of experience in the natural health industry, right here to you. Take advantage of this free personal guide to wellness and good health. Meet with Joanne herself and get started. Nutrition World always provides you with the hottest new product lines, natural and homeopathic remedies, herbals, and best of all, expert advice from the people who care. Call Joanne at 464-3598, 464-3598, and learn the correlation between diet and great health. Stop in today. The expert guidance to health is always free at Nutrition World. Nutrition World, Suite 121 in the Arcade Building, US 1, downtown Fort Pierce. Weather this hour is brought to you by Seacoast Air Conditioning, your hometown air conditioning company since 1982. For repairs or a whole new system, call 772-466-2400.
Comfort crisis, don't roast, call Seacoast.
This afternoon here on the Treasure Coast, look for a mix of sun and clouds and high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Winds will stay breezy out of the southeast, creating a high risk for rip currents along area beaches. And isolated fast rainfall is possible, but rain chances are relatively low. Then overnight tonight, isolated coastal rainfall is possible. Low temperatures in the 60s and breezy winds out of the southeast.
Weather this hour is brought to you by Seacoast Air Conditioning, your hometown air conditioning company since 1982. For repairs or a whole new system, call 772-466-2400.
Comfort crisis, don't roast, call Seacoast.
Now back to Joanne's World of Nutrition with Joanne Augusto.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for listening this morning. I definitely understand and appreciate how busy everyone is, but it really means a lot to me that you're spending some time with me this morning, and I hope that we're all learning new things. I honestly feel like in our fast-paced world that there's something to learn every moment, and life is short. Like, why not keep continuing to learn and maybe try something new? It's just really, it's super cool to kind of look back and go, wow, I'm so glad that I'm doing this now. I feel like life is just really working out much better this way. And so Dr. Ravi is here with us this morning. We're talking about stress and anxiety in general, but this time of year it definitely applies the most. We all seem to really have a lot of anxiety and stress during these times. So we gave some tips earlier in the show. And we do have a little prize question hanging out there. So I'm hoping some of my listeners try to get this prize. So the question was, it was three, right? What was 3 things that we already talked about to help alleviate stress? So hopefully all my listeners know these 3 things. I know Cliff does because he's doing charades with the answers right now. So, all right. So
and they can't
3
see
things.
me. I'm a little off camera. So they
Yeah,
can't
so
cheat.
3 things that will help stress for Dr. Ravi's prize. Now, if you answer the 2 things that I mentioned at the very beginning of the show that helps fight bloating and constipation that you can pick up at my store, you get an extra prize. And also, to remind you, if you just started listening, that you get an extra 10% off the store between now and New Year's for a little holiday gift for you guys. So a total of 20% off. All right, Dr. Ravi, well, I know you still have a lot of great tips to fight stress. So what's your next one?
One thing that we do teach a lot in our office with our free workshops is essential number 3, nutrients. So getting great food choices in our nutrition, in our diet, our lifestyle. And when it comes to stress management, we want to make sure we're getting a lot of healthy fats. When I talk about healthy fats, we're speaking about omega-3s. You're going to find this in a lot of wild-caught fish. And not the farm-raised fish.
Yeah, wild caught, everyone. Fish. Wild. It is a big difference.
Yes, or the cold water fish. This is going to be high in omega-3s. It's going to help insulate your cells for proper cell-to-cell communication, help with those neurotransmitters. Even munching on stuff, like nuts. And
oh, my gosh,
you're
yes.
talking about nuts there.
We did, I couldn't believe it, but Publix had a huge sale on organic, non-GMO nuts. They had hazelnuts, walnuts, pecans, Brazil nuts. I mean, all the real, usually very expensive ones. So if you bought them in the bag in the shell, they are a little hard to crack open when they're raw. It's really hard to get the piece out. But if you just put them in the oven, actually Matt did this for me, and they were so yummy. You put them in the oven, low heat. I think it was about maybe 10-15 minutes. I'm sure you can Google a roasting or baking recipe. They oh my God, the smell is amazing. The taste is amazing. And with one little crack, you get the whole nut out, and so much cheaper than when you get the bags done for you. It's literally a quarter of the price. And it's nice to have in your little bowls for the holidays and out on the table.
Yeah.
And they're so good for us. Our brain is made out of what? Water and healthy fats.
Fats, yeah.
There's a reason.
You need it, yeah. And so you were mentioning very affordable, right? And
very
so
affordable.
Being mindful about that.
And the kids love doing that. So it's a great snack for kids instead of all these processed carbohydrates that send them spinning through the walls.
And keeps their digestive system backed up.
Yeah.
And so, purchasing a whole bunch of that and just taking care of it all in one shot. Yeah. So that way you always have it at your arm's length, arm's reach, whatever it is. And times of stressful situations, nuts, any type of omega-3s are definitely going to help with that. And I'm sure you have some great, for people that don't get enough of their wild-caught fish in their diet.
Yeah, there are pills.
There are
and I do have a swirl. It's called a Mega Swirl by Barlean.
That's perfect.
It tastes so delicious. Dessert.
We actually use that for our, when we do popcorn, we have an air popper. And
the butter?
The butter swirl.
We love it, Matt, and I love it.
That's amazing.
Oh my God, we have to have a movie night together.
Yes.
Yeah, it's coconut oil butter popcorn, so there's no artificial flavors or nothing, no
it's
junk.
Real butter.
It tastes,
it's
coconut
amazing.
Oil.
Yes.
It's amazing.
With some Himalayan salt.
I know. It's about and nutritional yeast.
Yeah. You're getting
my
me
God.
hungry.
I know,
for
right?
Popcorn.
Yeah, that's what Matt does when we're fasting. He just talks about let's make popcorn, honey, and then let's make an arugula pizza, honey. It's stop talking about food.
Yes.
All right, so then healthy fats, and obviously we showed lots of examples, but avocados, olives, wild salmon, nuts. You can do supplements if you don't have these foods accessible or you're not in the mood to be in the kitchen.
Yeah, and also,
can we give them an idea of how much? So I know I get asked all the time, how many healthy fats should I consume in a day?
Yeah.
I know what Dr. Mercola says.
What
Do you
does
know
he
what
say?
70% of your calorie intake, because he's really big on healthy fats, green leafy vegetables, and a little accent of animal foods. And I kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
Because if you think of every single cell, the rim of every single cell is made out of healthy fats. Our brain is made out of healthy fats. So I think God made it where that's important. Like, our bodies were definitely made where that's a critical nutrient.
It
And
is.
a lot of us are still so scared because all the stupid myths that say it's fattening, which
Yeah,
is
and
totally
it's causing heart
disproven.
disease. It's
Yeah.
disproven.
It's
It is.
completely disproven, everyone. So healthy fats do not make you fat, and they do not hurt your heart.
Or
and
cause heart disease.
Yeah,
Does
they
not.
balance your blood sugar. They sustain your energy levels wonderfully. It's our addiction part of the brain that thinks that we need all this glucose and fructose and sugars. It's totally false. It's healthy fats sustain you, but it does take a few days to get used to the transitioning
It does,
away
yeah.
from all the refined carbs, especially this time of year. So I do, because I love sugar and I know the damaging effects it has. So in my mind, I'll say, all right, let me have like a little bit of walnuts before I'm about to have that sugar cookie to help a little bit that influx of sugar that's about to send my brain into crazy moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All
now
right.
when you talk about omegas, soluble fiber, moving into where does that fiber get digested in your digestive system? And so 95% of the serotonin is actually produced in your gut health. And so research has shown that vitamin D has that facilitation process to make that serotonin and to help with the mood. So with stress, everyone
okay.
becomes moody, right?
Yeah, and serotonin is the feel-good one.
It's the feel-good one.
That's what everyone wants,
Exactly.
right?
And vitamin D is definitely going to help with that. Here's
All
the
right,
thing,
so
though.
where do they get that from?
That's the thing. Moving into our winter season, thank God we're not in North Carolina
Yeah.
and the northern states, right?
Yeah.
But still, we're not getting out enough outdoors to get our sunlight, right? And that's the best way you're going to get vitamin D is our sunlight.
So an early morning walk
Early
without
morning walk,
sunscreen on.
Exactly.
Okay.
Uninterrupted,
Okay.
outside, and 20 to 30 minutes of just that.
Which is so good for you anyways, to
It
take a nice
is.
brisk walk out in the fresh air.
Yeah. And
Okay.
not only is that going to help with vitamin D, but once again, that's going to help with serotonin production, help with mood, stabilizing your mood, and increase your digestive health.
Yeah, and there's another myth out there that only carbohydrates boost your serotonin. Do you ever hear that?
I heard that.
That's like
It's
so old
crazy.
school.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know who started that. Who started it was definitely addicted to carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And like, well, I'll
Sugar.
just tell everyone that they have to eat sugar to feel good.
Yes.
Yeah, no, folks, it doesn't work that
Yeah.
way. Yeah, 20 minutes later, you're depressed, you're crying, you feel fatter and sicker. So, all right, so D3, which obviously there's tons of supplements
There
of. I think
is.
you sell them, I sell them. A lot of them are yummy, delicious peppermint flavored gummies. We have a tester right now of D3 on our register. It's lemon flavored, and there's no junk in them, right? I have to use all my willpower not to pop them in my mouth like gummy bears all day. That's how good these things
I gotta
taste.
give that a try.
They're so good. They're
Yeah.
1,000 IUs each.
Okay.
So folks, D3, we're definitely showing that we're all kind of deficient in, and really you don't have to worry about like this old school toxicity thinking. We really can handle a decent amount of it. So get that early morning sun without sunscreen, just, a quick brisk walk in early morning sun. I don't want you guys to be worrying about skin cancer and stuff. And then, also remember, like what Dr. Ravi said, the gut health is really important to produce the serotonin. Serotonin is what makes us feel happy, that joyful feeling. So we do not get that from refined carbs, people, okay? So healthy fats, vitamin D3, drinking plenty of water, and go
The
ahead.
last one that I love utilizing, especially for stressful situations, are essential oils.
Oh, we both
I
love
know,
this.
right?
We love this. And you know what? No one can use an excuse about their bodies for this one. Like, oh, I have too many injuries, or oh, I'm too tired.
Yeah.
It's literally pouring water into a diffuser and adding 3 drops. Or if you don't have a diffuser, back of your pillowcase.
Yeah, or even on
anywhere.
your skin.
Yeah.
One thing with stress is having it right on your, your pulse points or your pressure points. One big one that everyone is aware of is lavender. It has that one constituent in it, the linalool, that helps decrease anxiety and stress once again, and it helps regulate breathing and pulse rate and rhythms of the heart.
Okay,
so that helps restful.
So I just realized we have a little more time than I thought. So we're gonna really cover this subject well. Some people overlook essential oils and aromatherapy, thinking, how could this possibly be therapeutic? It's a scent. It's, in a little beauty store. So I really want everyone to know these things have been around, some of them longer than modern medicine. Okay, so essential oils, one, you have to seek the right ones, because if they're made like everything else, if they're made synthetically and chemically, they'll actually hurt you. They won't be beneficial. So Dr. Ravi sells at his office the Young Living, which is one of the top brands. I have a few other brands that I consider clean at my store. Dr. Ravi's Young Living, do you stock all of them? Or
we do.
All the different blends and stuff. Okay. And he has this beautiful tester board of all the different ones there, so you can smell them, experience them first before you purchase them. And that's awesome, because not a lot of people get that.
And sometimes during the practice, we'll be diffusing different ones.
Oh, there's always a great smell going on in there. So, so when we say essential oils, they're normally, some of them are real common, like lavender and peppermint and tea tree and eucalyptus, and they're in little bottles, usually a half an ounce, sometimes smaller if it's a real precious oil, sometimes a little larger if it's going to be used like Thieves Blend all around. But these oils have so many different applications. So, Dr. Ravi, why don't you explain to them, if they're going to use, let's say, Thieves Blend, they're worried it's the time of year that a lot of people are getting respiratory issues, colds and flus, and I love Thieves Blend. So can you explain to them what that one is? Because that, I think, is Young Living's most famous one.
Yeah, and it's my most favorite one.
Yeah.
It's famous
you
and it's
stopped
favorite.
having it in the bathroom soap. What happened there? I used to look forward
So
to
let me
using
tell
that
you,
soap.
so there's so much oil, so much coconut-based oil in there. Our water is cold,
Oh, it in the pipes.
and so it's
Oh my
clogged
gosh.
up the pipes.
Oh my God, that's why I say with oil pulling, don't spit into the
Yes.
toilet or the sink anymore because of that.
So we had to
Wow.
switch it out. It's switched out only for a month, though.
Okay.
And yeah, we're trying to figure out a way how, even if we have to formulate something where we're not using so much coconut oil or
Okay.
just using
Well,
Dr.
you know
Bronner's.
what, I can get you the Castile Dr.
Dr.
Bronner's,
Bronner's,
and you could put it
put
in
the
that.
essential, yes.
That's what I do at home.
Okay, all right.
Awesome.
Yeah, because the one we were having with the Thieves hand soap. it
Okay,
had
so
the
everyone's
coconut
probably
oil.
dying now going, what are
Yes.
these two talking about? So tell them what Thieves is.
So Thieves, it's basically an antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, anti-everything. It helps take care of any kind of viruses, especially going into the holiday season where our bodies are stressed, poor immune system. I recommend a nightly regimen of just putting it right underneath your feet, the soles of your feet, because that helps circulate right through your body.
Should they
really
use a
quick.
carrier oil with the Thieves, like any kind of base?
Personally, I
okay.
just do one drop on each foot, and you can use a carrier oil through the day, coconut oil. And the amazing thing with essential oils is once it hits your skin, it actually circulates right through the system in 20 seconds.
That's amazing.
That's how quick it penetrates.
And that's why you want to use natural ones.
And that's why you want to get a good source, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and with Thieves, you can use it for cleaning. Once again, hand soap. Use it for everything. We use it to clean our tables after patients lay on the table for their adjustment. One big thing that stands out to me is the constituents in the Thieves, like the clove. There's peppermint. There's all these different ones that are added and makes it a blend to help with the things for the suggestive uses, like helping with supporting the immune system. And when you feel like you're coming down with something, stopping into our office and just taking if you don't want to put it on your skin and you want an immediate relief of some sort, just taking a shot of it, just one
Yep.
drop in your mouth, and it's pretty strong, but it helps
It
with
does
any
help.
type of fevers,
Yep.
coughing, any respiratory issues, any bacterial problems.
And how easy is that if you get it? Like right now we have diffusers, and
Mm-hmm.
you can use your coupon, people, your little holiday special for the diffusers as well.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And so, grab, these blend as well as other blends, and just hook one up in the main rooms of your home. So if people are coming over, or someone in your family is starting to cough or sniffle, it's kind of like a natural version of that horrible, what's that stuff we used to spray in the air that was so toxic on the yellow
Lysol-
can?
Lysol?
Lysol.
Lysol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, clove oil, not only is it great for pain in the gum line and inflammation and tooth pain, but phenomenal antibacterial, antiviral. There is like one study that said it's better than bleach at killing
Yes.
everything, but no toxicity. It's not going to hurt your nasal passages, your lungs, your
You can
mucosal
ingest
lining.
it.
Yeah. It's great. You can throw it
Yes.
in your mouth. Why would you be breathing in things that could hurt you every day in your home when you're trying to make your home clean and safe? It kind of goes against what you're trying to do. So clove oil, I think it has a great smell, especially during the holidays. So
Talking about
awesome.
smell, one of our great senses, when you diffuse this, the particles, it makes it, when you diffuse it, you're getting more for your buck because it actually goes right through your system as well, because your olfactory nerve and senses, it actually helps to get to your limbic system. And the limbic system is located in the hippocampus of your brain, and that's where you get a lot of production for mood and stabilizing anxiety issues and
That
stress.
sounds super
So
important.
it actually has a big response on your mood through your limbic system.
So what remedy, what blend do you have at your office besides the thieves that you think for right now, this high anxiety time, this high stress time, what would be a good one for people to have in their home or their office to go in their diffusers?
Lavender.
Pure lavender,
Pure
no
lavender.
blend, just pure lavender.
If you get a blend, you can do Christmas Spirit.
I love the Christmas spirit.
Yes.
It's so
Christmas
wonderful.
Spirit's also
Okay.
great. But lavender, once again, that's the go-to for stress.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and one thing I do at the store, like I keep my lavender. I love lavender and peppermint. So if I'm a little too much caffeine and a little too much OCD craziness, I do the lavender, and I'll take a little coconut oil and I put it kind of like where my hair is close to my nose, so I smell it all day.
Okay,
Like I'll
yes.
crunch it into my hair.
Nice.
So you can do really anything you want with these high quality oils. So don't feel like you're limited to a diffuser. But like Dr. Ravi said, on the bottom of your feet are excellent, especially if it's a respiratory issue. The bottom of the feet, we've been doing this for our children with Vicks Vapor Rub since they were young. This really concept works. And then you have frankincense. I know I
Frankincense,
sell
yes.
tons of frankincense.
We do
I
too.
use it all day long. I
So-
love frankincense.
So we
what
keep
do
that
you
on
suggest
shelf.
it for?
We keep that on the shelf. It is a
Okay.
little pricier
Which
oil
is a
because
good
it is
thing.
good.
Yeah.
It's a good source.
Yep.
I personally recommend using it whenever you're symptom based, when you feel yourself coming down with something.
Okay.
The thieves is more therapeutically for an everyday approach.
Okay.
But mixing the thieves and frankincense together is also a great
Right.
regimen.
Now I put one drop on my tongue, and then I kind of put it all over my face to make sure I don't get any like basal cells and anything like that. But frankincense, it's so powerful. You can do it by the drop.
You can do it by the
Yeah.
drop as well. Yes.
It's like
Young
it
Living
might
has
be
that Vitality
expensive,
brand.
but it lasts a long time.
Yeah, and for
So-
skin health,
Yeah.
everyone loves
Great
their
against
skin.
acne too.
Yes.
So if you guys are getting like flare ups from the holidays, a little too much cookies and a little too much going out
Frankincense
late
it.
at night. Yeah, I have all my nieces and nephews that are already done with college and they're on their break.
Yes.
And they're already like, between, I know you guys are drinking, I know it. And so the alcohol, the sugar, the late nights, scrolling on social media until like 3 a.m. and then wondering why they're breaking out. It's like, come on, people. So,
Yeah.
Drink your water, stabilize your sleeping patterns, and do some frankincense. And
Yeah.
that I heard you can put directly on the outbreak, or for prevention, like, a little fractionated coconut
Coconut
oil,
oil and-
put
yeah.
on the skin. And so really good stuff.
I just realized something about your contest. You've given away the answer to the question several times since the question was originally answered.
Well, you know what? I have such faith in our listeners that I think the only reason they're not calling is they don't want to miss a minute of what we're going to say
They're
next.
so intrigued.
so.
Yes, that happened. Yes, true.
So, Dr. Ravi, how about we do this? Like, we can just say that if they call your office, okay, you can, after I'm done, talk about your phone number and everything and mention the quiz. They can come in and get, a sample of something fun there. Sound good?
So the question was what are 3 ways you can manage your stress that we spoke about?
Right.
Right. Especially during the holiday season.
I hope you're not expecting me to answer.
No, you're going to give it away. And our number to our office, so once again, it's Tradition Family Chiropractic. Our number is 772-345-0060. And
Yeah,
we're
and
located right in
sometimes you
Tradition.
have samples of the essential oils too.
Yes, we do.
Yes, yeah. They keep all this cool stuff hidden under the counter. So, just give a big smile and you'll be hooked up. Everyone, you won't see me until after I'm a married woman or hear me.
Are you going to have a new name?
I will.
Ooh.
Yes, it will. No, I'm going to make everyone wait until I am officially that to announce it.
We're
So
holding our breath.
everyone, have the merriest Christmas and holiday season, and Dr. Ravi will be on with you guys next week. I love all of you. Thank you for spending this time with us. All right. God bless and have a great day, everybody.
God bless. Have a good one, everyone.
You've been listening to Joanne's World of Nutrition, brought to you by Nutrition World, US 1 between Avenue A and Orange Avenue across from City Hall. That's the place. Thank you for joining us.